And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TMR Live. I am Mikey Edwards inside the sultry Patriot Pit of Valley Forge Christian College. Ooh, it is roasting in here like an oven. Tonight's player of the game I have to give to Jerome Monroe. He was pretty much the all-around player. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 steals. On tonight's action, player of the game is Jerome Monroe of tonight's first game of action. Second game is going to be between the Showtime and Beuttler Down. I'm hoping my partner Aaron Stewart is here to join me tonight. I'm hoping. I'm praying. I'm hoping. As the Flyers lead the Sabres. Oh, this is not good. 5-1. Flyers are trailing the Sabres 5-1. Sadly, as I was hoping that they would end up beating. So the agreement that my boss and this one guy had is null and void pretty much, I think. Yankees trailing right now in the bottom of the ninth to the White Sox 3-2. Phillies lead the Diamondbacks after 1-0. As I think everyone is here but Brad's brother Brandon Kajawa here for Showtime. The winner of this game will be facing the Staff, who is the only undefeated team in the league. And that will be going on shortly here. I'm going to run down the rosters for both Showtime and Beuttler Down. Beuttler Down is without 2 of their 10. Showtime has Will Gwynn, Brad Kajawa, Phil Bishop, Stephen, also known as Stave Jane, Jake Baldwin, and Tyler Fowler. Beuttler Down has Devon Avant, Alex Robinson, Laquan Chapman, who's inactive for tonight, David Sains, Marvin Smith, who I did see here, Mike Smith, who's inactive. He has a play to worry about this week, Taming of the Shrew. If you're a Valley Forge student, go to it. It's actually in the Green Lane Commons in front of the admin building, so check it out. Showings are at 5 on Friday, and 5:30 on Friday, and 1 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. April 30th and May 1st. So please check it out. Alan Harvey is here on court. Mike Morrison, Matt Oliphant, and John Hattinger. So as my partner Aaron Stewart is going to be coming up in just a couple minutes, I'm going to ask him what he thinks about this upcoming game. Hope you got some fries for me, buddy. Hope you got some fries, boy. Aw, man. Ladies and gentlemen, my partner for tonight, Aaron Stewart. Stu, glad you could be here for TMR Live to help me with this game.
Anytime, Mikey, anytime.
All right, well, we had a somewhat of a barn burner last game, a 52-31 victory by Diversity.
Close game?
Not a close game in terms of really Diversity didn't really have much going. But neither did the Black Mambas. Ethan White was their high score with 14, and Rolls had 9 boards tonight. So it was a pretty decent game for those two, but really the scoring was not there. The three balls were not falling for either team, but we're on to the
wind variance. Maybe. Maybe not.
No, I think it might be the humidity, to be honest with you.
You're right.
So, but we are focusing on this game, Showtime versus Beuttler Down. Showtime from 24 down. They got a big three-point shooter in Brad Kajawa, post presence in Jake Baldwin. But you know your boy Matt Oliphant and his Beuttler Down squad's looking to take this game.
Yep.
But Showtime's going to be, I think Showtime's going to be able to keep in it. What do you think?
Well, I think Beuttler Down loses. They lose a little bit with Quan not being here. They're losing a lot of. I'm big rebounder. You know, he's the rebounder for their team. So they're going to have to be aggressive on the board and try to get the rebounds. That's going to be the key for them winning.
All right. Well, hopefully they can pull off the rebounding, but Showtime needs to definitely show their time here tonight.
That's a play on words.
Of course. As the teams huddle up for a word of prayer, Andrew Godwin and Lance Harris reffing the action tonight. We will take you down to the court as soon as I can get my camera to switch over here. And there we go. All right. Showtime does not have a coach, but Beuttler Down has Mike Stum as their coach. Stum's been a pretty good coach for them.
Yeah, he's got them working together. He's smart when it's coming to subbing in and out. He always keeps he keeps fresh legs, fresh energy, if you will, in the game. He's a smart guy. He's not only a basketball player, but he's a good coach.
Who do you think's actually going to step up in place of Quan? You mentioned Quan being out, and I know I mentioned earlier. Who do you think's going to actually step up for Beuttler Down?
Well, Alvin can jump like 10 feet off the ground, so I think he's going to have to be – he's just going to have to be aggressive, but I think they're going to have to rely on some of the bigger guys down there. David Sains, Matt Oliphant, John Hattinger, the three of them. They're going to have to play hard.
And I mentioned about Brad Kajawa. He has got a baseline and wing three that is money when he has decent, like maybe 2 feet of space. You think that they might be looking to pressure him, or you think they're going to stick with a 2-3? You think Beuttler's going to stick with the 2-3, or you think they're going to go with like a box one?
I think they'll start. Okay. I think they'll start with a 2-3. Again, they want this win. They're going to be very aggressive, and I don't look for any team really to have any sort of long open looks from the 3-point line. I think it'll be both teams are going to play aggressive. They'll have hands in their face, and both teams are going to have to move the ball around.
And I had spoke too soon earlier, as Brandon Kajawa is here tonight. Brother of Brad Kajawa, he can hit the three, but he cannot do my signature move.
The
Mikey high step, as I call it. It's I never had a name for it, but it's pretty much I'm jogging backwards and I hold the three ball sign up. So
that's a signature Mikey Edwards. So if you try that, it's not the same.
You got to pay me like $20.
Yep, copywritten.
Brandon already knows. So he's aware of that. Showtime gets an early start as Will Gwynn takes it to the hoop for two. Showtime actually, the home team, as they are the 2 seed out of the West, and Beuttler being the 3 seed out of the East, as the East is a bigger team. I want to actually get an interview. Trell, want to have a post-game interview here on TMR? About how you felt about today's game?
It was a good game. We did some good things, some bad things, but we got the victory. That's what counts. So hopefully come out next game and take care of the rebound and not turn the ball over.
Well, you guys are facing Buds, which are coached by a good friend of yours, Andrew Godwin. You think you two might have some heated rivalry there?
Well, yeah, me and him go way back, to the season, and I think it's going to be a fun game, us two going up against each other.
Well, best of luck to you, sir, and thanks for joining us on TMR Live.
No problem.
That is Coach Latrell Alford of the winning 24 Diversity as Devonna Avant takes it to the hoop. It is a 4-4 ball game. So, I don't know what you see so far, what you think about this game right now.
Both teams are being very aggressive, moving the ball around. Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, it's fast pace. They're gonna have to keep it moving.
All right, as Devon Avant swings it to Alex Robinson, who misses, and out of bounds it is to Showtime. As Lance Harris is having some fun as a ref. So congratulations to Black Mambas, who came in as the 3 seed out of the Western Division. 4-4, they just couldn't meet their counterparts of 24 up Diversity as they lost by 52 to 31 earlier this evening. As Will Gwynn goes to the line for his first trip, we have Brad Kajawa, Phil Bishop, Will Gwynn, Brandon Kajawa, and Jake Baldwin on the court for Showtime, and the Beuttler Down Ballaz wearing black. Devon Avant, Alex Robinson, Marvin Smith getting the start, Matt Oliphant, and Matt Morrison. I mean, not Matt Morrison. What am I thinking? Mike Morrison. Pardon me. He's a good boy from Dunmore. As Brad Kajawa gets steal, and he goes to the hoop. Oh, it doesn't get it to go as Avant. A lot of scrappy play here early, as it is a 5-4 with 16:50 to go in the first half.
Beuttler looks confused. They look lost.
Will Gwynn shoots up a 3, no good. Devon Avant brings it up. He's got the best handles, I think, as he goes, and a block. Oh, wow. Phil Bishop taking the block. Phil Bishop, definitely a hardcore player, even with a prosthetic leg.
He's got a lot of heart. I've not only basketball. I've played other sports with him, and you would think, with the handicap that he has, he'd take it easy, but he's tough. He's a tough player.
Yeah, I've played soccer with him. I played softball with him against your team. I won the one time this fall, and he just is all heart with it.
I've seen him play tackle football, and he's just, it's crazy.
Brandon Kajawa misses the 3, airs it out. Devon Avant brings it up straight down the middle, kicks it out to Robinson. Robinson drives over to Marvin Smith, who puts it up short. Rebound by Brad Kajawa. The Kajawas are Sabres fans, but Sabres ending up losing to the Flyers. So I think the Kajawas are looking for some payback here. As Beuttler brings in Hanninger and Sains.
Beuttler's having trouble. They got to start moving the ball around. They keep their 2 offensive weapons with the ball. If they move the ball around a little more, they'll get some good open looks.
Yeah, that is at one of their weaknesses. And the baseball game between the White Sox and Yankees went final. White Sox ended up winning 3-2 as Jake Baldwin knocked down a 2. 7-5 lead for Showtime.
Mikey, you're going to have to do me a favor and talk to that Yankees bullpen of yours, because they are not helping my fantasy team.
I know. I am not thrilled at all. Brad Kajawa puts up a 3. He said he is not a top of a key 3 shooter. Why is he taking that shot?
When you get those open looks, you know, just sometimes you gotta, even if it's not comfortable or if it's not good, you just gotta take it. You gotta take what's open sometimes.
Yeah, well, hopefully he can adjust and get back to his rhythm. Brandon passes to Brad from the baseline, just overshoots it as Oliphant, your boy Oliphant, brings it up.
That's my boy.
Well, actually, he doesn't bring it up, but Vaughn does, and he pulls up for a mid-range. No good. Rebound by Kajawa.
See, that's where it hurts, because usually Kwan's right there to get that rebound.
And Will Gwynn puts up a deuce. 9-5. It's a work day for Showtime.
Wheeler's got to move around.
As Sains has the ball, loses it, and Hattinger, not the best handles. Kajawa over to Will. Oh, put on the line of Will Gwynn as that goes back to Beuttler. Maybe they can have some momentum shift here.
Chicken nugget, Mikey?
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right.
I'd like to thank McDonald's for providing chicken nuggets here.
20 piece for $4.99. If you haven't gotten it, get it.
As Sains goes to the line shooting 2, foul against Brandon Kajawa. Can the Sabres come back? It's 4:03 left to go in the third period. Sabres are down 3, 5-2, the score right now. As Stave Jane is actually on the court in place of Phil Bishop. 9-6, the score right now. Saints went 1 for 2. Kajawa trying to get around Oliphant. Kicks it out to his brother. As Brandon Kajawa steps to the line. Now, I know this isn't related to this game at all, but did the Flyers have Boucher in today?
Today, yes. They finally started with Boucher. And, I mean, the situation looked good. They were saying in the earlier games of the series that pretty much what it felt like for the Flyers is they were starting with, you know, they automatically gave the other team 3 goals off the start, and they had to start from down 3. And as a Flyers fan, you know, I tend to agree with that, with all the struggles they had with the whole goalie situation in the playoffs has just been terrible. So to finally see a game where they've only given up 2 goals, it's a good reinforcement, I guess.
I mean, I've listened to all the sports talk, and they're like, they should have Bush in. Bush is better than Bob or who's the other one?
I don't.
Leighton.
Yeah.
So it's a 10-7 game right now with just under 10 and a half to go. So I was aware. As John Hattinger kicks it out to Oliphant. Oliphant usually a 3-ball shooter, but he passes into Hattinger, swung around to Avant. Avant drives, and he gets it to go to Avant, but brings it to within 1. Gwynn into Jane, out to Murph. Murph swings it to Gwynn. Gwynn back into Brandon Kajawa, out to Gwynn. Wing 3, no good. Rebound by Jake Baldwin. Baldwin, a good player at soccer and basketball. Decent at softball. I'm just covering all the bases with sports, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. You're hitting a little bit everything.
Yeah. Baldwin doesn't get it to go. Rebound by Oliphant. Brought up by Avant. Robinson swings it to Oliphant down on the baseline. No good. Rebound by Baldwin. Oliphant's just not getting it to go. You think he hasn't practiced at 3 enough?
Yeah, he's been pretty preoccupied the past couple weeks, so he might be a little rusty.
Between homework or something else?
A little something else.
I'm kidding. He's a great guy, and Sarah's a great girl, and they wouldn't do anything of the hanky-panky sort. Stolen away by Tyler Fowler. Brought up by Brandon Kajawa, guarded by Alex Robinson. Brought by Stave Jane. Skipped over to Kajawa, who has a deep 3. Oh, so close as Avant grabs the board. Oh, wow. Takes it to the dish. Nice move by Devon Avant. He is pretty much their star player.
Yep. I mean, if you look back to the previous games they've had, you look at Devon, you look at Alex. They're their 2 big playmakers.
Well, Robinson doesn't have the greatest handles when he's bringing the ball up. That's why they rely on Devon more to bring the ball up. And as Marvin Smith comes in for David Sains.
That's what I was talking about too. Without Quan down there, putting Marvin underneath John and Matt, the 3 of them are going to have to be aggressive because they've got a lot of height on the other team.
Stave Jane almost had a 3, rebounded and brought up by Alex Robinson as he loses it. Like I said, bad handles. Marvin Smith gets it and overthrows it. It is Showtime ball. It's still a 1-point game. Now it's in favor of Beuttler Down. Of course, these games today brought to you by Mott Plastic Canvas. For all your plastic canvas gifts and needs, visit mottplasticcanvas.webs.com. Brad Kitchawa passes to his brother Brandon. Brandon for 3, and it's good! He just jogs back. Smart move. I don't think he wants to burn $20.
No.
Devon cannot answer. He is more of a driver, and I think he would have played point if he was starting for the men's basketball team here at the school. But he decided to leave the squad and just play recreationally, and he's pretty much one of the standouts for his Beuttler boys. As it stays, Will Gwynn will inbound it. Stolen away by Avant, over to Robinson, back to Avant. Avant apparently fouled by Kajawa, Brandon Kajawa. That, I believe, is like his second. Avant going to the line. Four-team fouls against Showtime, 3-team fouls against Beuttler. Like I said, it is a sultry, humid Patriot Pit, at least up here in the broadcast booth. It's probably the same way down on the court. Tyler Fowler with the rebound. Actually make it 5.
Avant 1 for 4 from the free throw line. That's we've seen in previous games a lot of key losses for not just Beuttler Down but for other teams that come from missing the free throws.
That is so true. I mean, Major tonight went 2 of 6 from the stripe. He had 2 trips and he was shooting threes both times, and he just ended up missing 4 out of 6. So 33.3%. That's not what you need as a free throw shooter. Free throw shoot. When you're shooting free throws, you need to be at least, according to pro standards, I think you need to be at least 70% or higher.
Except for Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, Shaq is Shaq, and he can just dominate. Robinson trying to state his case, and an over and back against Showtime as Beuttler Down gets it back. Now to take over a play-by-play for a little bit. Stu, take over play-by-play for a little bit, man.
Willow, right. See, Mikey, it's a little tough for me, though, because I'm not really sure who everybody is, but I'll do my best. Hopefully your viewers don't get, bored with my voice.
It's all right.
Beuttler is in the 2-3 zone. For 3, and rebounded by John Hattinger. Pass to Devon Avant, who brings the ball down court. And it falls. Timeout, Beuttler Down. It's a 2-point game with, I'm not really sure how much time's left.
Well, it's only the first half, so we're not too worried about it. 15-13 right now. 5 fouls against Showtime, 4 against Beuttler. And it is definitely, it's been a low scoring game in the first half for both games. I mean, it was only a 25-16 lead for Diversity in the first game, so we're definitely enjoying some time. It is definitely humid, definitely sultry here. I mean, I've been sweating all night. I think my mousse and hairspray kind of dwindled away throughout the night.
But, Mikey, that just means summertime's coming, and that means no more homework. So that's good stuff.
Oh, yes. I still got homework because I got an internship to take care of.
True that.
And, of course, you need to work to make bills. So, I mean, you really can't say you have too much of a summer when you're a college student.
Rebounded by Beuttler.
Rebounded by Hattinger as brought up. Oh, Morrison loses the possession. A block as Jake Baldwin tries to take it in, but the foul was on the floor, so it is still Showtime ball with under 2 minutes left. Bishop moving quickly, gets around Morrison, and he's got moves. As Kajawa misses the 3. Rebound by Baldwin. Hattinger gets the steal, and brought up by Robinson. Robinson doesn't get it to go. Rebounded ultimately by Baldwin. As you can hear Bo Miller from here, Saskatchewan.
I think one of the keys for Beuttler here is to just slow down the pace of the game. It's moving too fast, and they haven't had time to really regroup and analyze and think about what they're doing. I think if you look at the matchup, I mean, Beutler's favored, but this is just they're just not playing well as a team tonight.
Well, Showtime did come into this matchup with a regular season record of 5-3, and Beuttler came in with a 4-4. But like you said, a lot of their losses came off of free throws, especially from some of their big players like Devon, Phil Bishop passes out to Stave Jane. 33 seconds left, stolen away as a foul is called. As it is 6 fouls for Showtime, 4 fouls against Beuttler as a timeout is taken with like under 30 seconds left. 17-13, Showtime's favored right now. I mean, like you said, Stu, Beuttler's favored because they have the better matchup on paper. But you have to admit, Showtime's got that aggressive speed that is propelling them for victory right now.
They're playing really well. I mean, like you said earlier, without a coach, I mean, they're really coming together and they're playing as a team. They're moving the ball around and taking good shots.
Well, Stevie Sims looks like he's taking the head coaching role for Showtime for this game. I thought he was going to be our coach, but for Damiani, but that's all right. We managed. We may have been 0-8, but we managed.
Mikey, we'll get you a win next year, buddy.
Depending on who's, because half of the Beuttler squad's going to be in Damiani next year.
Well, there you go.
So we'll figure everything out. Plus, half of our guys are going to 23 in the apartments. Oliphant passes to Hattinger, misses. As the half ends with a 4-point lead for Showtime, 17-13. I don't have stats, that's all right. But I have to say this is a close matchup. As of course, I am joined live here with Aaron Stewart.
Stewart.
Of course, I have to go with the nickname here. So, Stu, I'm surprised I don't have my rings on. Okay, normally I have my rings on. They're in my pocket. I was shooting some hoops earlier. That's why. But 17-13. It's been pretty much aggressive, fast-paced, Showtime paced. So, just recap some keys to the game for Beuttler to come back if they are to come back.
Well, I think if Beutler's to come back, like I said before, they got to slow down the pace of the game. Hopefully this halftime, Mike Stump can talk to his guys, get them regrouped and organized, and ready to come out here in the second half and just play smarter. They're not making good decisions right now. Like your mama always told you when you were young, make good choices. Beuttler Down is not doing that right now.
I know you said that in our Damiani's team meetings quite a bit. I wish it held true, but I mean, in some cases it did, in some cases it didn't. But what would be your key for Showtime to keep the lead and possibly win to move on to face Staff?
Well, like I said, Beutler's key is to slow the game down. I think for Showtime, they've got to keep moving. When they're moving fast, Beutler's getting confused, they're getting shaken up, and they don't know what to do. And like I said too, without Quan, Beutler's struggling for rebounds. Before in the games that he's played, he's underneath the hoop. He's aggressive. He'll get the rebound and he'll put it back up for two. If Beuttler doesn't have that tonight, they're gonna struggle. So, I mean, like I said, the key for Showtime here is just to keep the fast-paced game, keep moving around, and as long as Beuttler stays confused and disorganized, Showtime can hold the lead.
Well, Showtime did start the game with the ball, so Beuttler will have the ball to start the second half. We'll go back to the court back down to the court for action here. Oliphant will be inbounding to Avant. So we are back in live action. Marvin Smith is held on his way up. Are they calling that a jump? Or no, I don't think they're calling a jump. They're calling that, I think, a foul on the floor against Jake Baldwin. Robinson loses handle, stolen away by Will Gwynn. Another key in the Hawks' opinion, because I got my nickname the Hawk by analyzing stats and having these keys to the game. Alex Robinson needs to have better handles. He does not have the handles right now. He cannot be the one who's doing a lot of handling, because he may be able to drive. He may be one of their better players. However, his handling is not the best, as it is swung around to Stave Jane over to Brandon Kinjawa. Murph is sitting out right now. A low-scoring game. It was 17-13. Now it's 19-13 with that bucket.
Oliphant for three.
And no good. Rebound by Will Gwynn. Stolen away. Deflection by Oliphant. Taken away by Avant. Avant had three guys around him. Talk about almost getting into a trap. Oliphant for three. Again, no good. Rebound and put back by Marvin Smith with the high off the block deuce.
One thing that I just witnessed is Showtime they just gave Oliphant some space, and while he didn't make that three-pointer, if they do that, if you give Matt Oliphant time, he can make those shots. They might want to watch that.
Yeah. They definitely do want to watch that, as Avant has the ball right now. Screen by Hattinger. Oliphant misses another three. I don't know what's going on. Oliphant needs to hit the gym more to work on his shot, as Avant with the steal and the fast break almost layup. I thought he was going to make that one. Avant almost had that.
That's 2 free points there. You got to make that.
Yeah, I might be talking to him back in our room afterwards. He is my sweet mate, so he's gonna hear about that from me.
Shout out to Caleb Anderson and Luke Malee. I see you down there. When you watch this later, you know I'm talking about you.
As the rebound by Matt Oliphant. Swung around to Avant, who gets tripped up. Oh, he went down hard. Talk about a thud from here to China.
Felt that shake from up here.
It seems like he's all right. I think he's taken a lot of bumps and bruises before playing some ball.
Matt Oliphant for 5.
Oliphant needs to get on target.
In the gym.
Yeah, he definitely needs to hit the gym. If Beuttler comes back and wins this, and they'll end up having to face that, they definitely want to get in the gym and practice. Bishop misses a three. Oliphant with the... Avant does get it to go. Devon Avant gets it to go. It is a 19-17 score right now.
So, Mikey, do you know what's going on with Quan? Is he done playing, or is he just not here for this game?
As far as I know, he's not here for this game. But rules state if you played in less than half the team's games, then you're unable to play in the playoffs. I don't know if Quan played in at least 4 games. But I also don't know what his story is. I think he has played in enough where he's eligible. He just needs to... they didn't say... I don't know what just happened. I think Will Gwynn traveled because of Devon's spill. Because Devon spilled right where they're trying to clean up. And Will Gwynn slipped, and he was, I think, called for a travel. a hesitant call, though.
You know, Mikey, I used to have a lot of respect for Philip Bishop, but seeing him down there in that Ohio State Buckeye shirt, no good, no good.
Oh, come on, don't diss on the Buckeyes. You had a teammate. You had a teammate who was a Buckeyes fan, Ben Keller.
Well, that still doesn't make it any less of a sin.
I know, we're Nittany Lion fans through and through. Devon Avant makes the bucket and ties it up at 19. We're Nittany Lion fans through and through, but still and all. We are
Penn State.
As Brandon Kajawa will be going to the line. 19 to 19 the score with 14:25 left to go in second half.
Bo is not happy.
Of course he's not happy. His team is not doing what they need to do.
Now he's happy.
Well, we'll see what happens in the next 14-10, whether he's happy or not. 20 to 19, a slim margin for Showtime. It's 10:36 here on the East Coast, 7:36 on the West Coast. Glad everyone can be watching us here. And for this one person who is viewing, thank you for watching. Right there, my friend. Phil Bishop kicks it into Baldwin. Over to Brad Kajawa, who puts it up. Tyler Fowler getting ready to check back in.
You know, Mikey, there might only be one person viewing now, but you know a lot of people are going to be watching this after it's all over.
And that is true. Check it out right here on Ustream, or hopefully I can get it up on YouTube. I'm actually a game or two behind in putting up, so Phil Bishop comes out, Fowler back in. It's a 3-point game. Baldwin is but can't carry his momentum. So Beuttler has the ball down at there, and Alex Robinson.
This is where Alex needs to learn how to pass the ball.
Yeah. That's also a key for Beuttler to do against staff, pass the ball, because if they do win, Showtime. Brad Kajawa, no good. Rebound by Fowler. Kajawa needs to get to the wing or baseline. But Kajawa drives and makes it in! As he is hurt. He is hurt. Brad Kajawa is hurt. It is 12:07 to go, 24-19 the lead. We're going to take a break. We'll be back.
As Trainer Bob sits and watches.
No, they... And... All right, we're actually back. That was short-lived as Brad comes out. He towels up. Good effort by Kajawa. Hopefully he'll make it back in the next 12:07 as Showtime leads this by 5, 24-19. Alex Robinson at the line. Robinson doesn't get the first. Of course, big keys for Beuttler: free throws, passing, and slowing the pace of the game, as analyzed by yours truly and Stu. 24-20. Right now, Mike Morrison getting ready to check back in for the Ballaz. As Brandon Kajawa came in. Will Gwynn misses the deuce, rebounded by Avant. Avant almost not having the handle. Swings it to Robinson. Robinson getting around Will Gwynn, guarded heavily by Stave Jane. Oliphant misses a three. Rebounded by Will Gwynn. Gwynn. Rebound. And going to the line, Stave Jane. Did Robinson made the second free throw, didn't he?
Yeah, he's 1 for 2.
So 24 should be 24 to 20. It's only saying 20. There we go. As Stave Jane misses the first. Marvin Smith and Mike Morrison back in for Hattinger and Sains. Marvin Smith with the board. The only two that play for all 40 minutes, really, for the Beuttler Down squad is Avant and Robinson. I don't know. As Marvin Smith puts it in the bucket. I know they Stum relies heavily on those two because they are the only guards, really, that they have. But, I mean, you need to rest them at some point. As Marvin Smith gets a steal, and he gets it to go. Oh, my word, and we're back to a tie game with 9:48 left to go. Marvin Smith showing some excellence there.
As you can see, Mikey, the pace of the game is slowed down. It gives Beuttler the upper hand.
As duly noted, sir. As we are down to less than half the game left. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow night's 9 o'clock game is between the winner of this game versus Staff, and the 10 o'clock game will be between Diversity and Buds. So the 10 o'clock game should definitely be an interesting game, Diversity versus the Buds.
Oh, yeah, that'll be a good one. Well, being from Basel up, I'm going to have to go with, stick with, I guess, what you would call the Brotherhood. Going to have to go with the Buds on that game, on the 10 o'clock game.
And the undefeated Staff will be facing winner of this game. If Beuttler does end up winning this,
they will not get past tomorrow, Mikey.
I don't think either team will get past tomorrow. I mean, but Beuttler will have a lot of work to do in order to get past them, if they do.
I think the only team that has the potential to beat Staff is 24's A squad.
Actually, Buds came pretty close too. That game was only a 3-point game, 50-47 during regular season. Staff beat the Buds.
So you think we could be looking at a championship game? Staff and Basel?
Staff and Basel could be both number ones. I could see it. As a 25-24 lead for Showtime. As Phil Bishop with the steal. As it goes to Beuttler. It is definitely gotten louder here for the second game. Beuttler Down has a good amount of fans, and so does Showtime. Phil with the ultimate rebound. Brad Kajawa back in. Passes to his brother Brandon. Kicks it to Brad. Down to Will Gwynn at the low baseline. Alvin Harvey gets it, and as the referees converse, it's hard to call. We didn't have the camera on there, or else we'd probably call it.
I was gonna say, Mikey, from this angle, it looked like Showtime was the last to touch the ball. I think that's a good call.
Yeah, it looks like a good call by the referees as Beuttler brings it up. As Avant swings it to Oliphant, around to Robinson. Robinson drives baseline, gets blocked by his own teammate, and rebounded by Brandon Kajawa, passed over quickly to his brother Brad. We're going to check. And it is final. Flyers do beat the Sabres and move on to face the Capitals in the next round.
Mikey, would you mind giving me a Phillies update, sir?
I will do that for you as soon as my score center swings over. As we are with 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go, 25-24. As Brad Kajawa goes to the line. He's a decent free throw shooter, as I've seen through his Patriot playing days. So this is definitely a close game. I think my heart is pounding just by the intensity of this one.
Well, like I said, free throws are either going to make or break the team. And I mean, if you look back, Beuttler Down, they could be winning this game by 5 or 6 points if they would have converted on all their free throws.
That is so true. Devon missed 3, so he's 1 of 4. If he had those 3, they'd be winning. But in and out on the second free throw. 26-24, it stays with Showtime. Wow. Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong day. That was Monday's score.
Ooh, you had me scared, Mike.
I had myself scared. But it's not looking good right now. Diamondbacks are up 5-2, bottom 4. 4:40 left in this one that we're broadcasting here. As Brad Kajawa gets a steal off of the hands of Alvin Harvey. Marvin Smith back in. Oh, the pass ahead to Jake Baldwin for 2. Jake Baldwin, definitely a glimmer of hope for Showtime. 28-24. Out of this game, who do you think if you had to choose player of the game, who do you say?
I don't know right now, Mikey. I think if you look at Showtime, you got 3 or 4 players on there that have done a lot for the team. Like you just said, Jake, the Kajawa brothers. I mean, either one of them, or even I could even go to say Phil Bishop. I mean, Phil maybe without the points, but he's had a couple good takeaways, got in the way of some key passes and things like that have just got Showtime possession of the ball.
Yeah, as Brad Kajawa fouled Alex Robinson as Robinson goes to the line. Misses the free throw. Alex Robinson and Devon Avant, the 2 real big key players for Beuttler, not hitting their free throws, which is crucial, especially at this point in the game. As Robinson airs that one, that is 0 for 2 this trip. What was he, 1 for 2 in his first?
Yep. So that makes Devon and Alex both 1 for 4 from the free throw line, 2 for 8.
So 6 points. They could have been up by 2.
Even if you hit 50% of those, it's still they're still losing, but it's a 1-point game as opposed to a 6-point game.
Yeah, as Brad Kajawa makes the bucket. I gotta remember to designate which Kajawa. As a block called against Jake Baldwin. Avant trying to improve his 1 of 4, hopefully to make it 3 of 6. As Showtime has 16 fouls, Beuttler has 5 with 2:20 left to go in this game.
Broncos 1 for 5.
Ugh.
I know, dude.
These free throws are killing, and this is one of the lowest scoring games that Beuttler has had. 1 of 6, 17%.
Devon and Alex, 2 for 12.
2 for 10.
10, yeah.
20% between the two key players. That is not good at all for Beuttler, as they are down by 6 with under 2 to go. Showtime has definitely proved to be the better team right now.
So this is where Beutler's they've got to move. They're down 6 with less than 2 minutes to go in the game.
Given Oliphant 3, and he airs it out. Oh my word. Oh, what's that? 0 for 6, 0 for 7?
0 for 7.
Oh, Oliphant not hitting. Kajawa, no one's been hitting the threes. Maybe I think it is probably because of humidity, but but you can't really blame the humidity when people are just not in it. Maybe they had too much ham for Easter. Who knows?
Maybe they're just way down.
Way down with schoolwork, way down with ham or turkey.
Mashed potatoes, baked mac and cheese, or something.
I didn't have bacon mac and cheese, but I had a lot of potato.
There you go.
I had potato pancakes one night. Pork I think pot roast with a baked potato, I think. And then I had fried potatoes and kielbasa. So, I know I'm talking about food. And I got a few more chicken nuggets in front here. Thanks to... thank you, sir. As 58 point... Still... Once again, this game brought to you by Mott Plastic Canvas. For all your plastic canvas gifts and needs, go on to mottplasticcanvas.webs.com to get your specialized gift today. .8 seconds left to go. Beuttler down by 6, now down by 4, as Marvin Smith has definitely put on something for Beuttler. As Kajawa will be going to the line in the 1-and-1, 36.8 to go. Kajawa, by far one of the better free throw shooters of this game, as he just makes that look easy.
It's not looking good for Beuttler, Mikey.
No, it isn't. You would think Beuttler on paper with the speed, with the height, but their key rebounder, Laquan Chapman, just not around. 32-26. Robinson puts it down 32-28 as Beuttler trying to keep it close. 30.2 seconds, 32-28. Brandon Kajawa going to the line. Unfortunately, we will not have time for any post-game interviews after this one. But oh, wow. No. Robinson gets it down. Timeout taken by Beuttler. 19.6 left to go. We're going to take it with them. 32-30. The score, Beuttler down. Showtime with the ball after the break.
Well, they can. Arrow, you can't talk, he's the coach.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're back after the timeout. 32-30 left. 19.6 left to go. Again, we'll be back tomorrow for action. I think this might end up in Showtime's favor. So it'll be Showtime versus Staff facing that being the 9 o'clock game, and the 10 o'clock game being Buds versus Diversity. As Brandon Kajawa, like I said, big three-point shoot. I mean, he's a big three-point shooter, but he didn't really do it from the outside. He did it from the inside tonight.
Yep, and these free throws here are key. If he makes one, and I mean it's still anybody's game, but if he sinks both, I think it puts Beuttler away if he makes both. But as you can see, the first shot there missed. Still a 2-point game with a little less than 17 seconds.
As it's a 3-point game right now, 16.9 under 10. Oh, a jump ball. Lance called jump ball. Okay. And 9.5 seconds left to go. It is Showtime's ball. Oh, wow. This is getting intense. Good thing we are broadcasting this one still.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nail biter.
Rogue Win shooting 8.96 seconds.
If he makes one of these, Mikey, this game is over.
Yeah. And he does. Let's see what transpire. Like you said, this ain't. And he makes both. It's a 5-point game. It's over. It is truly over. Robinson trying to do something out of bounds. 2.9 seconds. I think that we're going to be calling this. It is 35-30. Showtime comes out with the victory. And a shocker, Showtime comes out with the victory. They were favored, and they were the higher seed and well-deserving. As the final 35-30, Showtime goes on to face a tough, undefeated Staff team in the next round. That game at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. The second game, Buds versus Diversity. That's it here for the Mikey Report. I'm Mikey Edwards along with Aaron Stewart.
Stu?
Saying see ya from the Patriot Pit. We'll be back tomorrow night with more action.